What if the secret to reversing bone loss isn't a new drug or a brutal workout, but six simple daily habits used by one of Japan's oldest practicing doctors? In the next few minutes, you'll discover how small changes in movement, nutrition, and recovery can actually help rebuild bone strength and protect your independence. And one of these tips is so simple, you can start it today without leaving your home. Strong bones are not the result of occasional bursts of intense exercise, but of small, repeated signals you give your body every day through movement. When you place gentle, consistent stress on your skeleton, specialized bone building cells become more active, reinforcing areas that are used frequently. This process, often called bone remodeling, responds best to regularity rather than intensity, which means even simple activities like walking with a slightly brisk pace, climbing a few flights of stairs, or doing light resistance exercises at home can gradually encourage bones to become denser and more resilient. The body interprets movement as a message that strength is required, so the more often you move in safe, manageable ways, the more your bones adapt to meet that demand. What makes this approach powerful is its accessibility. Many people believe improving bone health requires heavy lifting or long gym sessions, but research and real-world experience show that moderate weight-bearing activity performed consistently is both safer and easier to maintain long-term. For someone who has been sedentary, the process can begin with just a few minutes of standing movements or short walks spread throughout the day, allowing joints, muscles, and connective tissue to adapt gradually without strain. Over time, these small sessions accumulate, creating a steady pattern of stimulation that supports structural strength while also improving circulation and joint mobility. Variety plays an important role as well because bones respond to changes in direction and load. Movements like stepping sideways, gently rising onto your toes, or practicing simple balance exercises introduce new forces that challenge stabilizing muscles, helping distribute stress more evenly across the skeleton. This not only promotes bone density but also enhances coordination, which is crucial for preventing falls. When muscles become stronger and more responsive, they act like shock absorbers, reducing the impact on bones during everyday tasks such as carrying groceries or getting up from a chair. Consistency also shapes confidence. As people begin to move more regularly, they often notice subtle improvements in stamina and posture, making daily activities feel easier and reinforcing the habit loop that keeps them active. The psychological effect is significant because feeling capable encourages continued participation, turning movement from a chore into a natural part of the day. Over weeks and months, this steady engagement builds a foundation of strength that supports independence and mobility, showing that bone health is less about dramatic effort and more about reliable, sustainable action repeated often enough to signal the body that strength is needed. Nutrition plays a central role in how effectively your body can maintain and rebuild bone tissue, and among all nutrients, protein stands out as one of the most overlooked yet essential components. Many people associate bone strength only with calcium, but bones are actually living structures made up of a collagen-rich protein matrix that provides flexibility and resilience, allowing them to absorb impact without becoming brittle. Without enough protein in your daily diet, this internal framework cannot be maintained properly, which can slow the repair process and gradually weaken overall bone integrity. This is particularly important as we age because the body becomes slightly less efficient at using the protein we consume, meaning consistent intake throughout the day becomes even more valuable. Including a source of protein in each meal helps provide a steady supply of amino acids, the building blocks your body uses to repair tissues and support bone turnover. Whether it comes from eggs at breakfast, lentils or yogurt at lunch, or fish, beans, or lean meats at dinner, the key is balance rather than excess. Spreading protein intake evenly helps the body utilize it more efficiently compared to consuming most of it in a single meal. This steady nourishment works quietly in the background, supporting not only bones but also muscles, which play a crucial role in protecting the skeleton by absorbing shock and maintaining stability during movement. Protein's role becomes even more powerful when paired with physical activity because movement increases the body's sensitivity to nutrients, allowing tissues to use them more effectively for repair and growth. After even light exercise, your body enters a state where it is primed to rebuild. Meaning a protein-rich meal or snack during this window can enhance recovery and support the continuous cycle of bone renewal. Over time, this combination of movement and nourishment creates a positive feedback loop where stronger muscles encourage more activity, and regular activity improves how well nutrients are utilized. It's also important to consider overall dietary patterns rather than focusing on a single nutrient in isolation. Whole foods that naturally contain protein often bring additional benefits, such as minerals and vitamins that support bone metabolism and general health. For example, dairy products provide calcium alongside protein, legumes offer fiber and magnesium, and nuts contribute healthy fats that support nutrient absorption. This synergy highlights how the body thrives on variety and balance, using a network of nutrients that work together to maintain structural strength. Another often overlooked aspect is appetite changes that can occur with age or busy lifestyles, sometimes leading to unintentional reductions in protein intake. Being mindful of portion sizes and making small adjustments, like adding a handful of seeds to a meal or choosing a protein-rich snack, can make a meaningful difference over time without requiring drastic dietary changes. These simple choices accumulate day by day, reinforcing the body's ability to repair micro damage in bone tissue and maintain density as part of its natural renewal process, creating a nutritional environment where strength can be supported continuously through everyday eating habits and mindful food combinations that provide the resources your body relies on for ongoing maintenance and repair processes that quietly sustain structural resilience throughout daily life and activity patterns without requiring complicated planing or restrictive approaches. Allowing nourishment to remain both practical and sustainable within normal routines and preferences, while still giving the body the consistent support it depends on to keep rebuilding and adapting in response to the demands placed on it through bone health and daily living patterns that continue to bone health over time without any abrupt transitions or rigid scripts, working the way forward through gradual, supportive nourishment that remains integrated into the rhythm of ordinary meals and choices as they naturally occur across days and weeks and ongoing routines. Sunlight plays a surprisingly powerful role in bone health because it triggers the natural production of vitamin D in your skin, a nutrient that acts like a key unlocking your body's ability to absorb calcium efficiently. Without sufficient vitamin D, even a calcium-rich diet cannot be fully utilized, which means your bones may not receive the minerals they need to maintain density and strength. This is why vitamin D is often described as a bone activation switch, helping regulate how minerals move from your digestive system into your bloodstream and eventually into your skeletal structure. Regular exposure to natural light, even for short periods, can help maintain healthy levels and support the continuous renewal process that keeps bones resilient. What makes sunlight especially valuable is that it supports multiple systems at once. Beyond mineral absorption, vitamin D contributes to muscle function, which directly influences balance and stability. Strong, responsive muscles reduce the likelihood of falls, one of the biggest risks associated with weakened bones. When muscles contract efficiently, they also place gentle stress on bones, reinforcing the remodeling process that keeps them strong. This creates a chain reaction where sunlight indirectly supports both structural strength and movement confidence, helping the body stay active and coordinated. Timing and consistency matter more than duration when it comes to sunlight exposure. Spending a few minutes outdoors in the morning or late afternoon when the light is softer can be enough for many people to stimulate vitamin D production without overexposure. Simple habits like walking outside, sitting near a sunny window, or combining light activity with time outdoors can integrate this benefit seamlessly into daily routines. The goal is not prolonged sunbathing, but regular, moderate exposure that signals the body to maintain balanced vitamin D levels over time. Environmental and lifestyle factors can influence how much sunlight your body needs. People who spend most of their time indoors, live in areas with long winters, or consistently use high sun protection may produce less vitamin D naturally. In these cases, monitoring levels through routine health checks can provide clarity, and a healthcare professional may recommend supplementation to maintain balance. The emphasis remains on achieving adequate levels rather than excess, as the body functions best within a healthy range where nutrient systems operate in harmony. Sunlight also supports overall well-being beyond its physical effects. Natural light helps regulate circadian rhythms, the internal clock that influences sleep patterns, energy levels, and hormone balance. Better sleep supports recovery, and recovery is when bone rebuilding processes are most active. Meaning this simple daily habit can indirectly enhance how effectively your body repairs and strengthens tissues. The psychological lift many people feel when spending time outdoors can also encourage more movement and activity, reinforcing the cycle that benefits bone health from multiple angles. When you look at the bigger picture, sunlight becomes more than just a source of warmth or brightness. It's a natural partner in maintaining skeletal strength, working quietly through hormonal signals, mineral regulation, and muscular support to keep your body functioning efficiently as part of a larger network of daily habits that collectively influence how resilient and adaptable your bones remain as they respond to the steady rhythm of movement, nourishment, rest, and environmental cues that guide their continuous renewal without needing dramatic changes or complicated routines to sustain the process over time and across different stages of life and activity levels that continue to shape how your body maintains balance and structural integrity in response to the world around you. Posture and body alignment influence bone health in a way many people rarely consider. Yet the way you hold yourself throughout the day determines how forces travel through your skeleton and how evenly stress is distributed across key areas like the spine, hips, and knees. When the body is aligned properly, weight is shared efficiently, allowing bones to handle pressure in a balanced way that encourages maintenance and strength. But when slouching, leaning forward, or collapsing through the shoulders becomes habitual, certain areas begin to bear more load than they were designed to handle, gradually contributing to discomfort, muscular imbalance, and reduced structural support. Over time, this uneven stress can affect not only how bones feel, but also how they adapt, since bone tissue responds to the patterns of force placed upon it. Maintaining an upright posture doesn't require stiffness or exaggerated positioning. It's more about gentle awareness and subtle adjustments that keep the body stacked in a natural, relaxed alignment. When the head sits over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips, muscles don't need to overwork to keep you upright, which reduces fatigue and allows the skeletal system to do what it's designed to do, support your frame efficiently. This alignment also allows the spine to maintain its natural curves, which act like shock absorbers during movement, protecting vertebrae from excessive compression and helping distribute impact more evenly as you walk, stand, or lift objects. Core engagement plays an important role in this process because the muscles around the abdomen and lower back function like a supportive belt for the spine. When these muscles are gently active, they stabilize the torso, reducing strain on the vertebrae and helping maintain balance during both movement and stillness. This doesn't mean tightening the stomach constantly, but rather cultivating a light, supportive tone that keeps the body stable without tension. Over time, this subtle activation improves coordination between muscles and bones, creating a sense of ease and control in everyday activities. Posture also affects breathing mechanics, which in turn influence how oxygen and nutrients circulate throughout the body. When the chest is open and the ribcage can expand freely, breathing becomes deeper and more efficient, supporting tissue repair and overall vitality. Shallow breathing associated with slouch positions can limit this process, reducing the body's ability to recover effectively. Better breathing supports energy levels, and higher energy often encourages more movement, reinforcing habits that benefit bone density and muscular strength. Small environmental changes can make maintaining good alignment easier, such as adjusting chair height, positioning screens at eye level, or taking short movement breaks to reset posture during long periods of sitting. These simple shifts reduce the cumulative strain that builds when the body remains in one position for too long, helping muscles stay responsive and preventing stiffness that can alter movement patterns. As awareness grows, posture becomes less of a conscious effort and more of an automatic habit, subtly guiding how your body distributes load throughout the day while supporting comfort, stability, and efficient movement patterns that continue to influence how your bones experience daily forces and adapt to them over time through consistent alignment and gentle muscular support that remain integrated into normal routines and activities, without drawing attention to itself as a separate task or requiring rigid control over every movement you make. Recovery and sleep are often underestimated when it comes to bone health, yet they are the periods when your body performs most of its repair and rebuilding work. Throughout the day, bones experience tiny amounts of stress from movement and weight-bearing activities, which is a normal and healthy signal for renewal. But the actual strengthening happens later when you rest. During deep sleep, your body releases hormones that support tissue repair, regulate inflammation, and help maintain the balance between bone breakdown and bone formation. Without sufficient rest, this delicate balance can shift, making it harder for bones to maintain density over time. Quality sleep is just as important as quantity because uninterrupted sleep cycles allow the body to move through stages where recovery processes are most active. In deeper stages, growth-related hormones help stimulate the cells responsible for rebuilding bone tissue while also supporting muscle repair. Stronger muscles, in turn, provide better support for the skeleton, reducing strain and improving stability. When sleep is fragmented or consistently shortened, the body may not spend enough time in these restorative phases, which can gradually influence how effectively it maintains structural strength. Stress management is closely connected to recovery because chronic stress keeps the body in a heightened alert state, increasing levels of hormones that can interfere with repair processes when they remain elevated for long periods. Incorporating simple relaxation practices into daily life, such as slow breathing, gentle stretching, or quiet moments away from screens, can help shift the body toward a calmer state that supports restoration. These moments don't need to be long or complicated. Even a few minutes of intentional relaxation can signal the nervous system to reduce tension, creating an internal environment more conducive to healing. Establishing a consistent sleep routine helps reinforce the body's natural rhythms, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Going to bed at a similar time each night, dimming lights in the evening, and limiting stimulating activities before sleep can support the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep cycles. A comfortable sleep environment, with supportive bedding and a cool, quiet atmosphere, further enhances the quality of rest, allowing the body to focus on recovery rather than adjusting to discomfort or disruptions. Daytime recovery matters as well because brief pauses between activities give muscles and joints time to reset, preventing excessive fatigue that can alter movement patterns. Gentle stretching or short periods of rest can help maintain flexibility and circulation, ensuring nutrients continue to reach tissues efficiently. Over time, these small breaks contribute to overall resilience, making it easier to stay active without overloading the body. When recovery becomes a regular priority rather than an afterthought, the body responds with improved energy, steadier balance, and a greater capacity to adapt to physical demands, reinforcing the natural cycle in which activity stimulates renewal and rest completes it, allowing bones and supporting tissues to rebuild gradually in response to the rhythms of daily life and consistent restorative habits that continue to nurture strength and stability through ongoing periods of deep rest and relaxation that remain woven into everyday routines and patterns of living.